Welcome back to the show, everybody. The One Nation campaign wants to help you celebrate Guam's 69th liberation by actually helping you remember that liberation actually happened and that you were actually at the parade. Now, this is very distinct because they want you to celebrate Guam's rich liberation and our history and culture by making sure you do not drink on Liberation Day. Now, here to help us out are Audrey Tapaznia and Sarah Dimla.
Hi.
So, ladies, thank you very much for being
Hi.
here.
Thank you. Thank you
Okay,
for
so
having us.
I guess the obvious question is why? I mean, we know, the One Nation campaign, it's like, celebrate responsibly, be sober, but, why are you launching this campaign?
Well, the reason why we encourage families to be alcohol-free is underage drinking and alcohol abuse. It's a public health and a cultural challenge here on Guam. And with the One Nation campaign, because of what the data states, is that 1 in 5 adults, for example, are binge drinking. And so, taking a look at the data with youth and adult drinking, we came up with the One Nation Alcohol-Free campaign. That it's a social marketing campaign where we try and change social norms, the acceptability that alcohol is not part of our culture or not part of when we have events, activities, that we don't need to have alcohol in order to have a good time.
Mm-hmm. Now, is there a pledge that's going to be made? I understand there's like a central theme that you want people to kind of like glom onto.
Right. This is actually the 4th year that we are providing the opportunity for families and community groups, if they're going to be at the Liberation Parade, they can pledge to be alcohol-free, and we'll give them, as a thank you, the Liberation Day Family Pack. But just going back, what it means to be pledging to be alcohol-free, it's embracing that idea that to have fun, you don't have to have alcohol on your hand. You can just celebrate the parade or any type of event in your family, maybe a christening or a birthday or just any type of celebration. All you need is really your family, laughter, stories. You don't have to have alcohol present in that experience. So we are providing the opportunity for families who will be at the parade to pledge to be alcohol-free, to practice being alcohol-free, and just have them be a positive role model, especially to the younger members of their families.
Now, I want to play devil's advocate for a moment, because I would say that, if you're trying to encourage people, I mean, it's a very noble cause, to be sure, to tell people, to stay sober and, everybody celebrate, everybody get along, have a good time. But that's kind of an uphill battle,
Right.
because so many people liken Liberation Day and the Liberation Day Parade as well. Like it's a chance for us to, to kind of like kick back, to celebrate with our fellow Guamanians. And the consumption of alcohol is such a big part of that for so many people and everything. So how are you kind of, trying to take your message and kind of like get to that group?
Well, because it's a social marketing campaign, so we do different outreaches and things like that. And so one way is when we reach out to the families and encouraging them to have their events to be alcohol-free. And like Sarah mentioned, it could be any event, and just to start off, if it just being at your home, having things that are alcohol-free. And some of the other activities are...
Oh, like when we do presentations, or?
Yes, presentations.
So it's a
we
lot
do
of
like
positive
education,
and then of course we have a lot of partners, and so it doesn't just only start and end with us. When we have partners, they have their own activities as well in the community. So we partner with them, and so as our partnership grows and grows, that means that more events now are becoming alcohol-free. So it's just this campaign that continues to grow and continues to be successful, and we're still, for me, I think we're still in the beginning stages, because this is just our 4th year since we launched the campaign.
Now, how can people take the pledge, and how can people maybe become more active, even if at their own school group level or church level or like things like that?
Right. Well, on an individual level, we understand that this is a norm, and that frame of mind that you mentioned earlier, that alcohol is already attached to the idea of having fun and relaxing. It's a norm that cannot change overnight. So we provide individuals the opportunity to just internalize that message of One Nation, being alcohol-free, that it's actually possible. In our campaign messages, we show different role models in our community, in our society, that are successful in their own way and are also sober. So by showing those examples in our community, we encourage our community